In 2025 alone, LEGO has released 3 logo sets. First one being the Marvel one a couple months back. That one comes with some figures and some cool action elements. The next one being the Star Wars one. That one only has one little Easter egg in the top, but it can come apart into the 2 words and show off Star and Wars side by side or on top than the bottom. And then the third one that's coming out pretty soon is the Pixar one, which is the lamp and the little ball. So they can do logos in many different patterns and many different ways. So I've been thinking about it. One time it's a new unique thing. Second time it's a coincidence. Third time it's a trend. This is a new thing LEGO is going to do. So I thought about the fact that they have tons and tons of themes and licenses right now. So I thought, hey, let me look through them and let me tell you guys the top 5 logos that I wish LEGO would drop. And this isn't based on popularity, but popularity would indeed help its case to be made in the future. This is all based on my opinion, and I'd love to hear yours. So drop down your top 5 LEGO logos you'd love to see, and let's crack onto it. Coming in at number 5 is honestly a logo set that should be coming out in the June 1st wave, coming out in a couple weeks. That being the Superman logo. It could come out in July, and there just hasn't been rumors. Sometimes we get LEGO sets that just haven't been announced yet. But with the new Superman movie on the horizon, with a new renaissance of Superman coming up, the hype for this movie, it just makes sense to give us some more DC logos, especially with the new DCU coming to fruition. And Superman is one of the most recognizable logos in comic book history. I think it's an easy shoo-in. I think it's more recognizable than the DC logo itself, and that big red symbol for hope would be something great to put on the display. But it also comes with the fact that LEGO doesn't really like Superman. If it isn't a Lex Luthor mech set, then we're not getting Superman sets. So maybe push out a couple more Superman sets before we actually get a full-on logo. But a logo of Superman, especially if you did some sort of play feature where it opens up and he's flying inside. There's so many different things you can do for Superman that just makes the idea of a logo a perfect concept. And for number 4, I got Harry Potter. We did get one sort of logo with the crest in that poster set that we once got a couple years back, but a 3-dimensional Hogwarts crest with the 4 houses on it would be a very, very nice logo. But when it comes to Harry Potter, that's not the only logo we can get. We can easily get the full name, Harry Potter, the lightning bolt, the logo, the font, everything about it is very iconic, but also you can make it easier. Just do the HP. That is another iconic logo for Harry Potter. So you have 3 different options for Harry Potter, and I don't think anyone would be mad with any of them. Harry Potter to this day, even without movies or anything, is still a top seller at LEGO, and I can totally see them pushing more forward with the new cast announcements for a new TV show or movies, whatever it's going to be. So this is completely in the question. It's something that I can see if there is any of these logos to be the next on the list, I think it'd be the Harry Potter one. And at number 3, while I was originally thinking a Disney logo would be pretty cool, I can see how a brand like that isn't the most Lego-y thing. It's different when Star Wars is a connected universe and Marvel is a collective comic book multimedia franchise. Disney is just such an odd, long brand that it wouldn't really work on its own, especially with its skinny logo. But there is something in Disney itself that does have a very recognizable and very sellable logo, that being Toy Story. With Toy Story 5 announced on the horizon, likely a Toy Story 6, we know we're getting more LEGO Toy Story sets. They technically never stop. You're going to see Woody, Buzz, all these different fan favorite characters and different sets here and there. And you just know that if you release a new line of Toy Story sets, especially if you go back in the day and pull from scenes from 1, 2, 3, and a couple scenes from 4, you can easily make a wave and then top it off with a Toy Story logo, 18 plus, and the adults are going to buy that one out. And yes, while it does kind of eat into the idea that there'd be 2 logo sets for Pixar, one being Pixar itself, one being Toy Story, I just say it's almost a case where the Toy Story logo is more recognizable than the Pixar logo of the lamp, even though it's in front of each of the movies. This one's sort of out of left field, but I just think the logo does lend itself well for a Lego design. So that's why I'm putting it at number 3. And at number 2, you see the thumbnail of the video, Jurassic Park. Park. I absolutely adore Jurassic Park. It's a top 5 movie of all time for me, and it's just a case where Lego loves selling out their dinosaur sets. The sets still keep moving product for the little kids because something about dinosaurs just sticks great. And with 18 plus dinosaur sets, with the skeleton, with the gate, a logo just makes sense. And it is a very intricate, very cool logo that you can get some great greebling on, some great 3D effects from the black to the red. But I know deep in my heart, if we're gonna get a Jurassic Park logo, they're not gonna do a Jurassic Park logo. They'll do a Jurassic World logo. And with the new Jurassic World on the horizon, with a new trilogy looking like it's gonna be a top seller, top hitter, with the last 3 Jurassic Park movies making $1 billion worldwide, this is just a monarch franchise that's due for a logo. And honestly, I wouldn't get most of the logo sets myself to put on my display, but a Jurassic Park logo would be a must-buy for me. But as I'm thinking about it now, a best case scenario could be one of those things where you can just up the price a little bit, give us some extra pieces. You can make it a Jurassic World logo, or you can make it a Jurassic Park logo. And I think that would sell great. Whoever wants to put up the Jurassic World sign, who knows who that is. I would believe everybody would rather have the Jurassic Park, but 1 or 2, either way, I think if it's a duo set, that's a great seller. And before we get into number 1, I'd like to give some honorable mentions. There's a couple logos that I think would be really good, but it's also a case where some of the logos are a little bit less basic. The Mario logo would be pretty good with the mustache and hat. I can see that, but I just don't think it fits perfectly into the top 5. I think the other 5 are better. Lord of the Rings has a very intricate logo, and it just has a lot of letters and words, so I think that one kind of pushes itself out of the range. But also Minecraft. I think Minecraft would have lent itself great to a logo, make it a blocky design, and I can see that one selling great. They're releasing a big creeper coming soon. Imagine displaying big Minecraft behind the big creeper and other big builds that you're giving us in the future. Would be a great display for the shelves. But coming in at number 1, you know how much Lego loves this man? It's Batman. The Batman logo is one of the most iconic logos out there. And we technically did get something close to it with the Bat Cave where it opens out and then when you close it, it's the Bat logo. And you could honestly do the same thing, just at a smaller $100 level that would be a lot likely to be more sold. I think a lot more people would be able to have that on their display if it was smaller and not so expensive. My dream for this set would be the black background with the yellow poking out, and then you can open it up like a door and then just see the little Batmobile, little small builds in the middle. That would be so cool. But yes, Batman is at number 1. He's one of my favorite characters of all time, so that does push him up to the top of the list a little bit. So let me know your top 5 logo sets you wish to see, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.